in
End systolic
volume.
ESV.
It'd be like 90 or okay. 65, yeah.
65. What is EDV?
135.
135. So what is stroke volume?
So EDV minus ESV, so it'd be 135
70?
minus 65, 70, yeah.
What's happening at point A?
AV valve open.
How do you know AV must have opened right here? Because the next thing that happens is an increase in ventricular volume, right? X-axis is volume, y-axis pressure. So after point A, we don't see a change in pressure, but we do see an increase in volume. And this is pressure and volume of what? Left ventricle. How do we know it's the left ventricle and not the right? The pressures, exactly. When the semilunar closes and when it opens, it would be 24/8. So we know this is left ventricle. Now eventually, before we reach this next point, we do see a little rise in ventricular pressure at the end of the filling phase. What does that represent?
Ventricular
Active filling,
Active
atrial
filling.
systole,
atrial system.
right, has pushed some extra blood into the ventricle to top it off right before we close that AV valve. So this represents active filling. And then this would all be passive. What happens at point B?
Now closes.
So is the semilunar open or closed at this time? Right, so they're all closed. So we see pressure go up, but no change in volume. Must be isovolumetric contraction phase. Ends at C when the semilunar opens, because ventricular pressure is now greater than
Aortic pressure.
arterial pressure. We see volume going down, right? So just think x-axis as we go from right to left. Volume is going down,
Volume's going down.
and pressure is going up.
Pressure is going up.
The fact that the pressure is still going up tells you we're still in systole, right? And then the fact that the volume's going down tells you
So
that
we're
we
starting
are
to close.
ejecting blood.
Oh, eject.
So this is ejection phase from C to D. Ejection phase ends when the ventricle relaxes, the pressure drops, and it drops below aortic pressure. When ventricular pressure falls below aortic pressure, the semilunar valve closes. Creates a heart sound. Which one?
The dub.
Second, the dub. Second heart sound. From D to A, pressure is falling, which must mean the ventricle is relaxing, but there's no change in volume because all of the valves are closed. So this phase is.
Isometric relaxation.
So from D to A to B, all of that represents.
Ventricular diastole.
And then B to C to D.
Ventricular systole.
Yep. What is what?